Hello, dear students. Today we are diving into a powerful and much needed discussion, and that is fostering teacher agency, challenges, and solutions. You might wonder, why is this important for us, future teachers? Well, let me tell you a small story. A teacher wakes up at 5 a.m., prepares her class, but what? End up spending the day doing survey work for the government. By the time the teacher returns home, she was exhausted and has not even touched the lesson plan she created. Does that sound familiar? That's the story of many real teachers today. So let's begin and understand how our roles are expanding and what can we do about them. Understanding teacher role expansion is very, very important. As teachers, our primary duty is to teach, right? But in reality, it goes way beyond the blackboard and textbook. Teachers today are doing what? Election duties, census surveys, midday meal supervision, data entries, even helping with disaster management work. You might say, but aren't these administrative tasks? Exactly. That's the point. When we take on these responsibilities, we lose focus on our core duty, that is, educating the minds of young learners. A math teacher is busy counting voters one day and is expected to teach algebra the next morning. Do you think that teacher can give 100% in the class? So, this leads us to a very important issue. And what is that issue? That is loss of instructional time. So, every hour a teacher spends outside the classroom doing paperwork or attending government meetings is one less hour spent with the students. Now, let me give you an example. Suppose a science teacher is preparing students for a practical exam. However, suddenly she's called to attend a 3-day training on voter ID verification. When that concerned teacher returns, students are behind, they are confused, and are not even prepared. The gap, who pays the price? The students, isn't it? So, instructional time is sacred. It is where learning, questioning, and growth happen. Then we also have another challenges, and that is divided attention challenges. Now, think about this. As teacher or as future teachers, you're going to be in the class. Say you're trying to explain photosynthesis, but your mind is racing. Did I submit the midday meal form? Did I upload attendance? Did I do this? Have I done this? That's what we call divided attention. Students can also sense this. When a teacher is distracted, the energy of the class goes down, engagement drops, the spark is missing. You see, great teaching, it's like storytelling. It needs presence, it needs energy, and it also needs connection. But when a teacher is juggling too many balls, the magic disappears. Have you seen a circus performer balancing on a rope, holding 5 plates at once? That's exactly what our teachers are being asked to do. So, we also have other challenges, and let's see what is the next. And that is reduced teacher motivation. Now, let's talk about something even more serious, and that is motivation. Every teacher starts with fire, the passion to shape lives. But imagine trying to light that fire every morning when all you have done is paperwork the day before. Many teachers they feel overwhelmed and underappreciated. And when motivation dips, teaching becomes mechanical. Students feel it, learning suffers. Let me tell you another story. A teacher is working late at night, not correcting notebooks, mind you, but preparing a database of village children for the panchayat office. Is that what a teacher studied B.Ed for? Is that what a teacher studied DL.Ed for? Is that what a teacher studies B.Ed special education for? Is that what a teacher, a student studied ITEP for? Remember, a motivated teacher can move mountains, but a demotivated one struggles to lift even a chalk. We have real world examples. A high school teacher in class 10 is helping students prepare for their board exams. It is such a critical time, isn't it? But just then, that concerned teacher is assigned to conduct a door to door government survey. The teacher returns tired, behind schedule, and disconnected. Who loses here? It's everyone. What happened to the teacher? The teacher is stressed. The students are anxious. The learning suffers. This is not just a one off story. This is the reality of many schools today, and we must address it head on. Now, despite these challenges, we have solutions. So, let us look into these solutions. The first one is to hire administrative staff. If schools had dedicated administrative staff to handle paperwork, to handle reports, to handle surveys, and to handle meal registers, teachers could finally focus on what they were trained to do, and that is to teach. Think of it like a hospital. Doctors do not fill out insurance forms, don't they? It is the administration team's job. Doctors, what do? They diagnose and treat diseases. Similarly, teachers must be free to educate and not buried under files. We also have another solution, and that solution is technology integration. Instead of writing data manually in registers, use an app to mark attendance, generate reports, and submit forms. Just like you order food with a tap. Why can't we also make teaching systems smarter and faster? There's a beautiful example from Kerala where a school used simple Google Forms to manage attendance, parent feedback, as well as inventory. Teachers saved hours every week. And guess what? They used that time to start a reading club. Smart work always wins over hard work. Then we have the next solution, and that solution is strengthening teacher unions. Teacher unions, they are not just about strikes and demands. When they are guided well, they can be the voice of educators. They can push for fair workload policies. They can push for training programs and even school level reforms. You might remember the 2022 movement in Maharashtra, where teachers united to demand that their classroom time not be disturbed by non teaching duties. And they won, isn't it? Because why? When teachers speak together, change listens. So, what have you learned today? Teachers are doing much more than just teaching. This expansion affects learning, motivation, and classroom engagement. However, solution exists, isn't it? And what's that? Hire staff, use technology, as well as empower the teacher unions. And what is the goal? The goal is to bring teachers back to the classroom, to restore their dignity, and also to reignite their passion. Let me leave you with this: a classroom where the teacher works in smiling, focus, energize. That teacher is not worried about tomorrow's census report. She's thinking about how to make the Pythagorean theorem come alive. That's the classroom every child deserves. Isn't that so? That's the teacher you can become. Therefore, let's commit not just to teach, but to transform the system that support teachers.